Hi there, welcome to Overy Gardens. Now we're in early spring now, and so it's a good time to start thinking about pruning your hydrangea macrophyllars or your mop head hydrangeas. These are the hydrangeas with these big football-shaped flowers which come in pinks and reds, sometimes even whites. And so in the springtime they'll be looking a little bit leggy now. So these are the seed heads from the flowers last year. And now it's a really good time to prune them. A lot of people with hydrangeas can get a little bit confused with kind of when, how or what to prune. But it's really simple. This customer here has got this beautiful hydrangea growing against the house here and just wants it cut back and brought down a little bit. As a rule of thumb, you don't want to cut back the shrub more than a third. If you do that, you are at risk of cutting off these flowering buds, which are these lovely bursting green buds here. These are the ones that will carry the flowers. If you cut low, you'll be cutting a lot of them off, so the flowering capacity of the shrub will be reduced. But as I said, as a rule of thumb, if you have a hydrangea, don't cut back more than a third. It's a really simple job. I'm going to get this stem here, which is carrying this seed head. I'm going to cut back initially to a set of buds. Really easy to see. See here, the bud on the stem. That's as far as I would go on this shrub. But as I said, this customer wants this shrub brought down a little bit, so you can see where I've cut it to. And I'm going to now work my way through the shrub, trying to maintain that shape. But at this height, I'll retain enough buds for it to flower just as well as it did last year for this year. So if you have hydrangeas like this one, it's a good time to prune it. The reason you kind of want to leave it as late as you can into spring is because the frost can hit these buds and kill them off. But now that we're in early spring, the risk of frost, although it is still there, it's not as heavy as it is in the winter. And this particular shrub has actually got the protection from the wall of the house, which is a little bit of latent heat, which is why this one is actually beginning to grow now earlier than they would do normally. So as I said, if you've got a hydrangea like this, it's probably a good time now to start thinking about deadheading them, ready for the season ahead.